and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jody, and on my channel I talk about Broadway and books. And in today's video, I will be trying my best to predict some of the categories at this year's Tony Awards. So I myself have not had the luxury of seeing any of the shows nominated this year, unfortunately, but I made a video like this last year on my channel, so I thought, why not, try to predict anyway. So I'm just going to be talking about a few of the major categories, not many. So here we go. So as far as Best Actress in a Musical, I'm going to give it to Kelly O'Hara. From what I understand, that the role she's nominated for is a very complicated and complex role that basically has Tony Award written all over it. So I'm nominating Kelly O'Hara for Best Actress in a Musical. As far as Best Actor in a Musical goes, I'm going to give it to Eddie Raymond. He's kind of been the front runner for me to win this category ever since he was announced to reprise his role as the MC in the Broadway revival of Cabaret, a show he originally played in London a few years ago. And he's just an amazing performer, amazing actor who really immerses himself in any role he plays. And I really feel like this is his Tony Award to lose. So I'm going to say Eddie Raymond for Best Actor in a Musical. As far as Best New Musical goes, I'm going to give it to Suffs. I personally, was somewhat interested in the show, but it wasn't like a show I was like, I have to see. But then I saw them perform on the Today Show, and wow, what an incredibly strong performance they gave on that morning show. It was just like really strong. It grabbed my attention, and the talent was just so amazing. And I went from like kind of thinking, I wanted to see a show to really wanting to see the show, and the show just looks incredible, and it's a very important show with, it talks about very important stuff, and it's very timely, especially now. So I definitely think that's a front runner to win Best Musical. And as far as Best Revival of a Musical goes, I'm going to give it to Merrily We Roll Along. I could be mistaken by this, but the first time this show played on Broadway, I believe it only had like 16 performances. It was very much considered a flop. So the fact that the show was able to come back to Broadway and make such a turnaround, where it was one of the hottest shows of the season, one of the hardest tickets to get of the season, and a show that audiences and critics have fully embraced this time around, is such an accomplishment. And I really deserve and think that this show will be awarded with that Tony Award, because that's such an incredible accomplishment, and something, a show that really wasn't well received the first time around and now it's well received, that doesn't really happen very often. So I feel like that should be acknowledged in some way. And the only other technical category I'm going to talk about is just one. I think costume design is probably going to go to The Great Gatsby musical. The costumes seem very luxurious and grand, and on such a big scale, and like just something you would expect from like a really big Broadway production. And it's the only category that show got nominated in, so it makes me think like, maybe it has a real chance of winning, because voters still like recognize the design element of that show. So was this pointless for me to make? Probably, because I haven't seen any shows, and it's really always better to predict what might win when you have more idea of what the show's like. But you know what? So, I didn't get to see any shows this season, but I still wanted to be a part of the Tony Award prediction stuff. So whatever the case may be, thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, bye.